Well, hello. It's hello from Kimbo. And by the way, the reason I'm mounting them down is because of those wonderful little boots I've got. It's much higher than normal bouncing. Um, I caused a lot of grief to John yesterday because I happened to be uploading episode 3. I accidentally called it episode 2. And consequently, he lost his tempo because of the lag. And part of the reason for that is that because I'm running it on our Linux server at home, I've actually got a specific, very, very specific port on a whitelist exported through our router so that he can get in. But of course, at the same time, I was uploading this video, or episode 3, and consequently, he chucked a wobbly and decided to go do something else. Mind you, having said that, that's not surprising. So just be aware that if you're going to do this and you've got people coming in through your router, don't upload videos when they're doing stuff because it'll make them really pissed off. So, okay, we're going to go down this normal mode. If I can find the key. Yes, oh, no, not quite. Try again. There we go. Notice? Gone. He's gone. Okay, now, next up, I'm going to explain all about this little beastie. Now, here's a bunch of batter barrels, exactly the same as that system over there. You'll notice that a lot of these are empty. Well, normally they're pretty much bloody full, but and the reason they're not is because I've already gone through this process once, so they're all basically being slurped dry. Now you'll notice that each of those, you've got osmium, and you'll notice that that kind of blue box at the top, it's really kind of important to understand what's going on there. You'll see that it's a batter barrel, structural level 4. For all intents and purposes, you can go up to some stupid structural level, but it's not needed. 4 is more than adequate. Now, upgrade slots increases the total amount of stacks of stuff you can put in there. So you can see there's 0 of 15, which means I've got no upgrades left on that one. So if I rotate across here and have a look at some of these ones over here, you'll see they're 10 of 15, which means I've got 10 upgrades left. Realistically, you're going to need all of these upgraded absolutely to their maximum, otherwise there's no point in having a quarry. I will explain all of that later, but suffice it to say, we've got osmium, we've got zinc, we've got copper, we've got lead. For some reason, sometimes when these empty out, the image stays, sometimes the empty doesn't. I think it's got something to do with this locking business, but I can't seem to make it lock on all of them, and I don't know whether it's because I'm not upgrading them correctly, or I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, so the point is from way over there, without all this mess that we discussed earlier on, because normally this is all highly compressed, but for the purposes of explanation, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, I'm explaining everything in this really complicated way, simply to expose the actual innards of how everything sticks together. For example, power. Power normally gets routed underground. Item ducts in certain ways that are unobtrusive, and most of these machines would actually be lined up next to each other, so it all conserves space. But I'm not really about conserving space at this point. The whole purpose is simply to expose how everything sticks together. Alright, so I'm doing that moving around business, so it just pisses me off when people do that. Okay, so hello, I'm Pav. Hello, Pav. Actually, I really like him, but anyway. So, yes, it's a portal. We'll get to that. So, what happens is normally, it's gone at the moment, but I have a router sitting here, an item router, and a cable that comes all the way along to that long line of cables over there, and all the ores get routed into here. Well, I say all the ores. Very, very specific ores, because there are some ores that just don't bloody smelt this way. Okay, so There are some ores that do and some ores that don't. Iron ore, osmium, zinc, copper, lead, iron, whatever. A ton of them do, a ton of them don't. So the ones that do go into this bank here, and we have a little system, and I'll just stand up here so I'll just kind of make it obvious. Hello, another router. Hello, another router. Hello, an enrichment chamber, and hello, it's not showing up, an energized smelter. Now, the back end bastard of this is, you can see all this power, so everything's getting power. I'll explain where all this power comes from later. And it's all very exposed, right? And it's exposed, wouldn't, what? It's just sitting there all night. I'll get rid of that later. Anyway, the point is, normally all of this would be compressed, but I'm all about explanations. So red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Right. So power, 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 power. Now, one thing I really didn't mention is these. Why these are red is because of these little beasties, redstone. So putting little redstone torches allows you to use the wrench to change them from blue to red. So this one is extracting from the east side. Extracting from the east side. This one, extracting from the east side. Now that means it's going to pour down here, and it's going to go into the enrichment chamber, which is pulling. Hello, do you remember? Top, left, front, right, back, bottom, right? So it's pulling in from the left, right, pushing out to the right. So is this one. It's an energized smelter, right? I'll use this one. This is a better example. 9 speed, 8 speed. One thing I didn't really mention is that, and it's kind of hard to just, there's no real way to show it, but these item routers have upgrades associated with them. Now, I'll explain a little bit about that in a minute, but for the moment, I'll just, the speed and bandwidth. So when you look up a router, you'll find that you've got all factorization. And by the way, that's the other thing. When you're in the NEI, right? See down here? If I go Mac, hello, Mekanism, right? Factorization, hello, factorization. Okay, so kind of useful. Quite often I just go XXX because it just clears up this area over here, especially when, for example, let's quickly go over here. I'm trying to upgrade these beasties, because if you don't, all this menu crap overlays this, and it gets really hard to actually drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. So all of this goes all the way down here, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, and goes into here, and here are all the ingots automatically created for you. Nothing to do. Doubled because of the particular setup, which is an enrichment chamber and an energized smelter. Now, yeah, I know I could put intermediate things to show for tripling and quadrupling ore, but that's kind of not the point. The whole point is to show how does all this crap stick together. All of this could be done in much, much smaller space. A lot of it hidden, cables underground, no need for item ducts, etc., etc. But that's not the point. The point is for you guys to understand exactly how the hell all this stuff sticks together, right? So what I'm going to do is, because as you can see I'm in normal mode, right? What I'm going to do is go into game mode. Oh, let's see whether or not, sorry, game mode. Go into creative mode. Oh, look at this. So what I'm going to do is give myself some iron ore, purely to prove the point. Okay, purely to prove the point. I really don't need any more of this, so it's not going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do, right double click, iron ore disappeared. Vanished. So which one's doing it? Done. Done. Oh, happened too fast. Ah, no. It all happened too fast. Turning into a horse. I will do that again for this time. I'll give myself a stack of iron. Right. So I'll go over here and I'll just go doing, 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 doing. Right now, see that one's going, that one's going. See? Right? Okay. See them turning up here. Right. We're going into the enrichment chamber. See this one? Hello? Here it comes. Hey! Dust! Iron dust. It's being smelted. Hey! And there's the iron ingot. And disappears out. Goes into there. Look at my number of iron ingots. And see, it's being upgraded. Now, for those that have noticed, hello, hello. No, this is not some strange growth I've just discovered on some undisclosed part of my body. This is a refined relocation barrel. That's because I got a bucket load of these things provided for me. I'll go into why I prefer better barrels, but that's a separate thing. So now you, oops, sorry. So now you can see how all this stuff is grinding away. You've got all these, all this stuff pouring through, and everything should just gradually shut down as all the ore's finished. So that's just kind of how it works. You just kind of stick stuff together. You don't actually need these item ducts. You can use redefined relocation, but I'm trying to illustrate a point, so that's why it's all in really obvious ways. It's a cute little ingot. A cute little ingot. Oh, it's so cutie. No, it's a little ingot. No. Yeah. And into the chest, boom, appearing up in there. Right. So that's the end of this basic video. And I'll just switch around if I can figure out where the button is. So there we go, guys. That's kind of basic example. I'm going to hit escape and you'll see the menu again, and there we go. There we go. Have to do it. No excitement. Look at that face. It's impassive. Impassive. 9,000 yards there. You? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Looking at me? Looking at me? Looking at me? Huh? Anyway, sorry. Stream of consciousness. This isn't scripted, by the way. I'm like this all the time. I'm sure my co-workers must be driven absolutely mad by my stream of consciousness. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.